leaving Glasgow. Glasgow is the biggest and most vibrant city in Scotland. Over 500,000 people live here. It was once an industrial centre, known worldwide for its heavy engineering, iron and steel production and shipbuilding. Today, it's been transformed into an exciting international metropolis, where you can enjoy an array of shops, clubs and much, much more. The city has a wonderfully lively music scene, some stunning architecture, great galleries, museums and theatres, as well as fantastic parks and open spaces. In 2014, the Commonwealth Games are coming to Glasgow. This major multi-sport event attracts world-class athletes and crowds of spectators from more than 70 different nations, all linked to what was once the British Empire. You can come and watch sports as diverse as lawn bowls and swimming, netball and athletics. Scots are traditionally passionate supporters of football and rugby, and now also tennis. But you don't need to take part in top-level sport to enjoy the outdoors in this well-populated region of Scotland. There are so many different activities on offer. In the heart of the city, more and more people are choosing to grow their own fruit and vegetables in local allotments and small community gardens. It's immensely satisfying to take a derelict patch of ground and transform it into productive soil. These little pieces of fertile ground with their flowers and the shelter of garden sheds and trees attract plenty of wildlife. And where a small area of nettles or weeds is left to grow, the reward is often the beautiful sight of wonderfully coloured butterflies, such as the well-named peacock, the red admiral with its show of black, white and red, or the orange and black painted lady with its small white spots. As you leave the city and continue through towns and villages, you pass by numerous local nature reserves looked after by volunteers. Small oak and ash woods are carpeted with snowdrops in February and bluebells in May. The graceful roe deer, the grey squirrel, and even an occasional otter all appreciate these peaceful havens. Wildfowl and tiny warblers nest in other quiet areas of marsh and small loch. This network of green spaces offers the 3 million inhabitants of central Scotland lots of opportunities to enjoy fresh air and outdoor pursuits. One great way to explore the landscape is to follow the canal, which runs close to this railway line, perhaps by bike or even canoe. You can cross the whole way from coast to coast. It's a distance of just 40 miles.
I live in Glasgow. I'm not really a 90-mile cycler or anything like that. I'm not very serious, but I quite like tootling along, looking at the countryside. I think that's what's really good about this, is that you can go quite easily along the canal side without having to cross roads, and you can just take it at your own speed. And of course the best thing about canals is that there's no hills, so it's flat all the way, which is fantastic.
As you reach the outskirts of Stirling, you'll be crossing one of the most evocative battlefields in Scotland. Here at Bannockburn, in 1314, English and Scots armies faced one another. Edward II's force of nearly 20,000 men was made up of highly renowned archers, cavalry and horseback, and thousands of men-at-arms. The Scots were commanded by Robert the Bruce. They had a much smaller force of around 6,500 men, but the boggy terrain of Bannockburn and the element of surprise combined to give the Scots victory against the odds. Other battles have been fought here, close to the lowest crossing point of the River Forth and the stronghold of Stirling Castle. William Wallace, the Braveheart, first won and then lost here during the 1290s as part of the lengthy struggle with Edward I over the succession to the Scottish throne. And although Robert the Bruce was victorious at the Battle of Bannockburn, the war wasn't yet over. It wasn't until 1328 that he was finally confirmed as Scotland's king.